on how to create a simple Plastiki Rafiki mold that can be injection mold. In this case, we'll work on a keychain or magnet design. So the first thing you want to do is while you're in Illustrator, you want to go to File, Open, and open one of the templates. So you should have uploaded them to Google Classroom. In my case, I'm going to just go and find the templates. So it is, in a second, it'll take a bit of time because I got a lot of stuff here. But so you should have these templates already there. You'll see a bunch of templates. I'm going to, for a keychain and a magnet, we usually use the 102 times 102 template. This is in millimeters. I'm going to open that up. Then this document should open. So this is the mold template. The next thing I'm going to do is I can, let's just say I wanted to create a simple mold for a, I don't know, let's just create a shape like a star. I can create this. What's going to happen now with this star on the mold is it would create a mold of this outside layer would be cut out. So anything that's a single outside layer gets cut out. So here we have two colors. This is the inside, the fill colors. For example, if I double click this, I can change the color of this. Doesn't really matter, just to show you. So anything that's a fill color, so this color over here gets engraved. Anything that's an outside color over here gets cut. So for if I want a simple star, let's say keychain, I only care about the outside color because there's nothing that I want engraved or embossed on there. So I'm going to actually click this little button here. I'm going to get rid of the fill color. So I got to click this first, sorry. And I'm going to get rid of the fill color over here. So I'm going to click this, and that gets rid of the fill color. So now I just have an outside color. So this now gets engraved. This now gets cut. And then I can inject my plastic in here. If I want an engraving, let's just say I want this mold, but I want something to say, I want it to say something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this mold over here, and I'm going to paste it again. And then let's just say I want it to say, I don't know, let's just write star. Here we are, and I want I want my keychain to say something like that. Pretty ugly keychain, but there we go. What I want to do next is I want to so I've typed this there. The next thing I want to do is I want to reflect this, because anything that's engraved on your mold, what's going to come out is the reflection. So I'm going to click what I've just written. I'm going to say Object, Transform, and Reflect. And what's that going to do? It's going to reflect 90 degrees is fine, vertical. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to reflect this. So now it's star written backwards, a mirror image of it, and that's going to inject. The next thing I'm going to do is get rid of the star. So what's going to happen is that this, if you think of it, this mold over here, this star image here, is going to be placed on top of this other one. So what's going to happen is the plastic is going to be injected in here, and then this is going to be the engraving or the embossing that's going to happen on your mold. So now if I have both of these molds and I send them to the laser cutter, they're going to cut out. So this is now, if we look at this over here, this is a stroke color, so this is going to be cut out. And if we look at this one here, this is a fill color, so this is going to be engraved. So now I'm going to have a mold that's a star shaped with star written on it. Some of you are probably, you're not going to use these primitive shapes, or you're not going to draw it yourself. You probably want to base it on something. So what you can do as well is, I'm going to delete both of these for now, is you can also, let's just say you wanted to create a mold of let's say an elephant. I'm going to go onto my browser, and I'm going to type in, if you type in elephant, sorry, let me spell it correctly, elephant, and you type in silhouette, no idea how to spell that, but pretend that's that. I'm going to get all these images over here. So here I have an image here of an elephant. Let's just say I wanted to use this one or this one, let's say. This one's going to be hard because of this negative space. Let me try an easier one. Let's say this one over here. I'm going to take an image here. I'm going to download this image, save image as, save it to the desktop. I can now, in Illustrator, bring that image into Illustrator. So I can say File, Open, or File, Place, actually. Place that image in there. It should be on my desktop, and it's going to be one of the ones here. Perfect. Place it here. So here I have this big image. It happens to be quite big in this case, but doesn't matter. The next thing I'm going to do with my image is going to make it a vector file. So this image over here, I'm going to say Object, Image Trace, and Make and Expand. What's going to happen is going to change my pixel graphic, which is the image I dragged from the internet, and change it into a vector. So I'm going to say Object, Image Trace, Make and Expand. You'll see what's going to happen here is that now my pixel graphic turns into vector graphics. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the white. So I'm going to use this tool over here, which is the direct selection tool. Click outside, then click on the white, hit delete. So now I only have my elephant. You notice this is now a fill color. So this over here would be engraved, but I want this keychain to be the elephant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this elephant, drag this fill color over here, make it an outline, and I'm going to delete the fill color over here. So now all I have is an outline of an elephant. Now this I know is going to be cut. So now what I can do is I can make this smaller so it fits onto the keychain. I'm going to drag it carefully onto here. Let me make sure it's still too big. And here I have the elephant. So here is now my keychain of an elephant. So this would now be cut out as I want it over here. So this is an easy way to create a shape using an image you found online. I could choose not to have any engravings here. Let's just say I wanted to, I don't know, give this elephant an eye, let's say. It's going to look really weird, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to do that. So let's give it a round color. And I want this eye over here of the elephant to be engraved. What I would do is, again, for engraving, I want it to be a fill color. I'd click this here, get rid of the stroke color. And then remember what I want to do is I'm going to just actually, in this case, I'm going to then take this whole image, Apple copy, Apple V, bring it here, get rid of this, and I have two molds now with the engraving, and get rid of this. So then this again would go on top of this. So this is the engraving mold, and this is the cutout mold. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm sure I haven't covered all of it, but again, the basics are that engraving is always a fill color, cutting is always a stroke color, and then, yes, that's it. So